Welcome to Youth and Politics with Aminat Saleh. On today's episode, we have Mr. Oyemyke.
Hello.
Hello, Mr. Oyemyke.
Hello, guys. How's everybody doing?
Thank you for joining us on today's episode of Youth and Politics.
Thank you.
So I just want to dive straight in regards to, you know, your career and in regards to how far you've come. I mean, you started off doing skits and then you went into doing, you know, motivational speaking, and now you've almost become this, I think it's fair to say, public figure in regards to politics as well. So how did the whole journey come about?
Well, glory be to God. That's the word. It's not a story that we have enough time to discuss today.
Okay.
But I'll just say that it was I never knew it was going to be this big. You know, I never knew it was going to be this big, but it was just a habit that turned out to be great, you know. And with the grace of God upon it, it became more than what I thought it could be. And it started as kids, and I realized that, okay, everything that I used to play around with, it was like my little baby, my toy.
Yeah.
It was like my special thing,
yeah.
My character, my charisma, everything that I've been brought down with and told, what is he doing, you know? It was just there, you know, and my truth. I just had an opportunity to do it on Instagram, Snapchat, and with grace upon it, it became big, and it's just big. And
so when you say your truth, so I think that it's fair to say you're a very outspoken person, especially when we're speaking about issues that are going on in Nigeria at the moment. And I think that you were so concerned about what happened in Nigeria recently that you actually went to Nigeria and you spoke to the youth on the grassroots floor, on a grassroots level, and you got their opinion. So what would you say you are? Are you a motivational speaker? Are you a presidential aspirant? Because we've heard talks that you might be running for the 2019 elections. Is that true? Is that false?
Where did you hear that?
Oh, we've heard it around on social media.
No,
so is that something you're going to be doing at all?
No, I'm not running for any. I'm not running for any political position. Well, it's not even a thought yet. I don't know, because I don't like to say never.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Every time I've said never, God just finds a way to bring me back to the spot. So I would never say never, but right now, that's not the next step for me. For me, except I have a good job and I feel like, okay, somebody says, okay, Oyemyke, come and become the commissioner or because I have to have the experience. Before I become president, I have to learn, I have to see what it's like. So let's say maybe I become a senator or some sort of something, you know, and if I'm making money from that, and I could do it. But as of right now, I'm not sure. I'm not ready for president.
You're not ready for president. No worries. Okay, the next question I want to kind of dive into at the moment is, what do you think Nigeria's problem is at the moment? Because you're very opinionated. I mean, when the EFCC scandal happened, you had a lot to say about that, and you've had a lot to say about a lot of other policies as well. So what is Nigeria's biggest problem right now?
Nigeria, I call it the Nigerian problem. It's big. It's big. It's a lot. But let me just put it. Let me just give you, because it falls into who we are.
Okay.
So it's not just politics. It's not just religion. Even the culture. You know, to the mindsets, to the way we are programmed, to our everyday lives. We have to actually. We need a total turnaround. Like the people have to actually say, no, we are not doing this again.
Okay.
Decide. Not that you decide because everybody's deciding. You decide because you know that it's bad, and for everybody to make that progress, we have to decide to stop it. Then they have to stop it, and we have to make progress. When we start walking in the right path, I feel like eventually it would affect the people that will get to the positions of power. And if because for every problem there is a grassroots. Definitely. A lot of people are focusing on the surface, thinking about Nigeria as a problem. Let me give you. I was going to make a skit about this. Alibaba posted a skit on Instagram.
For those who don't know, could you explain who that is?
Oh, Alibaba is the biggest Nigerian comedian is a comedian, and he uses social media. He has a show right now, Alibaba Speaks. I think that's the name, on NTA. He's the father of comedy in Nigeria.
Okay.
Posted something recently, and he showed some men. You know, the Nigerian everyday culture. When you go to a party, people start to say, "I do it, you do it." Everybody, we all do it.
Yeah.
You know, but if you think thoroughly into the idea, the concept of going to a party and seeing your favorite musician and spraying them money. You see, it's sweet.
Yeah.
Because of who we are, we enjoy it.
You enjoy it.
And I enjoy it too.
Yeah.
But the psychology behind it is, I have a lot of money.
Yeah.
I want to be seen.
You want people to know.
I want people to know me.
Yeah.
It's like you want to shine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the idea, because you took your money. Nobody in their right senses will take their money that they've worked hard for and say, I want to go throw it on the floor, even if I need to give it out. But because you want that shine, you do that.
Yeah.
Now, what's the difference between that and young boys that go to club today and pop bottles?
Yeah, there's not really much.
Because the reason why people buy 20, 50 bottles and
it's to shine, it's for people to know who they are,
so
recognize their existence.
The psychology of the problem is evolving.
Yeah.
So
who is it to blame? Do you think that it's something that it's the forefathers that we blame? Do we blame the government?
I'm not doing the blame game anymore.
Okay.
It's not about blaming, and it's not about, oh, you did it, she did it, I did it. No, it's not about that anymore.
Okay.
Now we've identified the problem. Now, how do we solve the problem? It goes all the way back to culture.
Yeah.
That is a game of culture.
Okay.
Now, our culture is built. I am sorry, I'm a very strong Yoruba man, and I hold culture very dearly. But then I feel like eventually, because culture are things that were done in the past and passed down as a baton. You know what I mean? It's what your dad did. Now, some of them, when we think about it now,
some of the cultures are outdated.
It's outdated. And it's not because I want us to change the culture. We are not changing the culture. We just need to make some things better for the betterment of the future of our children.
Yeah.
Now, our culture is very sexist. I'm very sorry to say this.
100%.
I'm not saying that the man is still not the leader of the house.
100%.
But our culture is very sexist. And the power that is given to we men. I'm a man, I shouldn't be saying this. Yeah. But the power that is on men. No, I'm not a feminist.
You're not a feminist?
As a matter of fact, I don't like feminists. Most of them that I've seen. I like the idea of feminism. I'm a feminist. Yeah, but I didn't know, I'm just finding out. The idea of feminism, I like it, but most women that want to practice it, I don't like. Now, I understand the idea that there's, in every parastatal, there's always a pyramid of power.
100%.
Even in the home.
Yeah.
Even if you're on a ship.
The man is the head of the house.
If you're on an airplane.
Yeah.
There's hierarchy, right? I'm not saying hierarchy should change, but I feel like African men, we are built with so much ego.
And pride.
Yes, it's our ego that feeds our pride.
Yeah.
We are too like that. Yeah, we are so, and it's good.
Yeah.
It's good to an extent, but if we can be that and thoughtful,
it'll be a great match.
Yes, but it's not really like that because of the kind of power that we have. Too much power. And I'm not saying that they should recollect the power and give the woman. No, I'm just saying that.
Do you feel like we don't know how to deal with power? Do you think that that's one of our problems?
Power messes people up.
Yeah.
So I can't say that somebody, it depends on how you like to treat power and how you see power. I can't say that you don't know how to treat power or handle power, because the way I'll treat power is different from how you would. And it's to the best of our knowledge. But I feel like we are just, it goes beneath into everything. That's why we want to spray money. That's why we want to say, that's why we want to marry 5 women. You know, into the, I'm a man, I can marry 5 women. Would you like a woman to marry 5 men?
Yeah.
Forgetting that you have one life too, the same experience that I'm enjoying right now as a human being. This is an opportunity. It's the same experience that you are. Imagine me messing you up as a woman, now marrying you, I'm marrying another woman, then you start to think, you spend about 10 years thinking about what I have done to you.
Yeah.
I thought you said you marry only me.
So do you think that, so I'm just trying to get exactly what you're understanding in regards to Nigeria's problem, if you could kind of sum it up for me in a whole. What do you think Nigeria's problem is?
It goes to the culture, it goes to the religion, it goes to every single one of our beliefs. Now, how many men can you strip off that? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's why I went to the woman's side and I went there. Because it goes even to your church, to what we've read in the Bible.
Yeah.
But most of these things, when you look at it from an outside perception, from a bird's view, you realize, wow, this one is getting too much and this one is not getting. And the fact that this one is having too much is affecting the way things are being done. Because it's the psychology. It's not because of the act. I'm a man, I like it too. I like power.
Yeah.
But I'm realizing that I've seen my friends and how they see things and how they do things. And I'm like, I can tell it's because the power is too much, more that they can't let discipline come up.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you need power, you need discipline, but if power is too much, you cannot, you don't want to bother
the person underneath. No, it makes perfect sense to me.
Exactly.
100%.
So it goes way beneath that. And I feel like to solve these problems, to genuinely solve them, the people have to decide.
So you say that the people have to decide, and something that happened recently, which you was very, very triggered about, I think it's fair to say, and due to your social media response, which was Buhari, the current president of Nigeria, saying that Nigerian youths are lazy. Now, do you think Nigerian youths are lazy? Is that something that you think?
He's a joker. He's joking because this is another skit I'm going to make. I'm going to see if we can make it.
So we're going to be talking about this right after the break.
Okay.
So
all right.
make sure that you guys come back after the break, and you're watching Youth and Politics with Aminat Saleh.
Cheers!